One Zambia, One Nation, and a very warm welcome to Zanis News. We look at the top stories in the news. Land secured for Mazabuka Youth Skills Center. Mwinilunga CDF beneficiary extols government. And FRA urged to prioritize maize sales to local people. With the news in detail, my name is Margaret Kangwa. Now, Mazabuka District Commissioner Oliver Mulomba says government has secured land to construct a skills center in Chief Hanjalika's chiefdom. The skills center will help to provide skills training to youths in the district. Meanwhile, Presidential Advisor for Politics, Levin Goma, has condemned people going round the country, misleading the country that the Enhanced Constituents Development Fund, CDF, was a scam. Mr. Ngoma says there is no way CDF can be a scam when many schools have been constructed for the first time in the history of the economy using the funds, as well as provision of desks. He said it is unfortunate that some leaders at national and constituency levels are misleading people when they are able to see the many projects being done using CDF. Mr. Ngoma added that Zambia Police Service has also benefited vehicles at constituency level through CDF.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate that you can have some leaders at constituency level or at national level who want to mislead the masses that the Constituency Development Fund, the Enhanced Constituency Development Fund brought about by President Hakainde Hichilema is a scam. That does not hold water at all. It just shows how unreasonable certain individuals could be. It just goes to show the levels of unappreciativeness, the levels of desperation to cling on to political power when probably somebody is trying to, they're losing their relevance. CDF is not a scam. For the first time in the history of this country, allow me to say that this CDF, Enhanced Constituency Development Fund, for President HH, did not just start from the day he became president. This, he made it very clear, loud as a campaign promise to the Zambian people then when he was in opposition. And you can't say that it is a scam when for the first time in the history of this country, across Zambia, there are certain parts of this country that ever since independence, children, pupils never saw the roof of a classroom. Never. All they saw were grass-thatched structures. But now you're having development as far as education is concerned. It is dotted across the country. I cannot even manage to count how many schools, beautiful, wonderful schools that have been constructed using Constituency Development Fund. It's not a scam. As we speak today, Constituency Development Fund is not a scam. For the first time in the history of this country, it has never happened before that the Zambia Police at constituency level can receive support of transport. Today, everywhere you go, there are beautiful, strong vehicles for the police. No segregation whatsoever.
And now, the Basic Education Teachers Union of Zambia, BETUS, in Muchinga Province, has challenged youths to contribute positively to the country's economic development through entrepreneurship ventures. Now, Provincial BETUS Deputy Director Maklan Sichone says this year's Youth Day theme is a reminder for youths to participate in national development. Here is a report.
In readiness for the 2024 Youth Day commemorations, youths have been a center of attention by many stakeholders with regard to their role in society. In Chesali district of Muchinga Province, stakeholders such as the labor movement have remained pivotal on supporting the youths in their various endeavors. The Basic Education Teachers Union of Zambia, BETUS, has however challenged the youths to take advantage of government empowerment initiatives through acquiring entrepreneurial skills.
We want youth to have more knowledge on entrepreneurship skills. And I'm urging the government of today, with this theme, we will go very, very far. Because once the mindset of the youth changes, believe me, comrade, for Zanis journalist, will have a cadre of youth who will be thinking all the time. Unlike the cadre of the past who were just waiting, but passing on Darama.
Meanwhile, some youths talked to by Zanis interpreted the 2024 Youth Day theme as a challenge to the youths to become relevant in national development.
I think Zambia at 60 be the change. Instead of waiting for people in big corporations and political leaders, we ourselves, at whatever levels we're at, we should be the change. If it's in carpentry, be the change maybe in your family. If it's in school, be the change in that area.
We have to make use of ourselves, like taking up just party jobs, even taking up skills like tailoring, carpentry, bricklaying, not just depending on anyone like the government.
The 2024 Youth Day celebrations will be commemorated under the theme, Zambia at 60, Be the Change. Henry Lumpa Jr., Zanis in Chinsali, Muchinga Province.
Indeed, Zambia at 60, the youths needs to be the change. Now, in Northwestern Province, the youth in Mwinlunga district has praised government for increasing the Constituents Development Fund, CDF, as it has empowered many youths in the area. Melvin Izemba, who owns a construction company, says he is one of the beneficiaries of CDF. Let us take a look at this report.
He is young and energetic. Melvin Izemba is the youth who has managed to build these houses through the Constituents Development Fund CDF in Mwinlunga constituency. He says CDF has come at the right time and encourages fellow youths to utilize the funds.
I would like to encourage my fellow youths to participate in these ongoing projects. You don't have to wait for the government to come in and employ you. That's not possible. The government can't employ everyone in the country. So please group up, can come up with a company, a cooperative, or anything. There's so many opportunities. CDF is real, it's the game changer. As a cooperative, as a company, you can partake in that and you can make your end means rather than just sitting back and waiting for the government to employ you.
He is full of gratitude to the New Dawn government for the increased Constituents Development Fund, CDF.
I would like to thank His Excellency, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, for increasing the CDF and for bringing the opportunities to the locals of each district. Back then, we only used to see people from somewhere else, Lusaka, Copperbelt, coming here in Mwinlunga doing all the projects. But as of now, it's the locals first. So we are very grateful for that opportunity that has been given to us.
Mr. Izemba says his works are testimony that youths are capable of doing credible jobs once given an opportunity.
From my experience as a young contractor, new in business, new company, the first time I tended to participate in bidding was in 2022. So I remember when we used to go for site visits and stuff. Yeah, as usual, it's the Zambian narrative of underlooking the young ones and stuff. So yeah, they used to say, no, you don't have experience. But as at now, as we're talking, I've proven them wrong, saying I'm capable of doing all big contracts that the old people can do. As we're speaking right now, I can say I'm one of the reliable contractors in Mwinlunga.
Since taking office in 2021, the New Dawn government has successfully increased the Constituents Development Fund CDF from a paltry 1.6 million to over 30 million kwacha in 2024. Amos Kawisha reporting for Zanis in Mwinlunga district, Northwestern Province.
Thank you so much for that report. Now, Mongu District Commissioner Morgan Akabeswa has called on youths in the area to change their attitudes towards matters that are affecting the country. Mr. Akabeswa said this during the interdenominational youth Thanksgiving service in Mongu District. Namakau Kayombo has more in this report.
These are youths from different denominations in Mongu District of Western Province during a youth Thanksgiving service at Hope Church. This interdenomination service is among the activities that were lined up prior to the National Youth Day celebration, which falls on the 12th of March each year. Stephen Mambwe, who is a member of the Mongu Pastors Fellowship, is a deacon in the Union Baptist Church. He preached a sermon on responsibility.
Let's not just always be looking to the government. I know the government will provide for us. Like this time, we know there is drought. Come up with good strategies that can help this country, that can help the community. When the government sees that, they are going to assist you. Hallelujah.
Mongu District Education Board Secretary Ilutombili Simba was among the government officials present at the Youth Thanksgiving service.
This is a time to worship the Lord. From the time we've been here, we've been crying to the Lord to be with us in most of the difficulties that we are having. We're also praising the Lord for the successes that He has accorded us. We are so happy. Let's continue with what we are doing.
Mungu District Commissioner Morgan Akabeswa urged youths in the districts to change their attitude towards matters that are affecting the country.
There was a time when you as a youth were abused by people like us, Tantamini, using you to go and drink a chasu, then you start beating up people. Using you to go and drink a chasu, then you go on the station and molest and harangue people that are coming to board buses, in the markets, on the street. That has changed. This is a new Zambia that we aspired to have.
On the 5th of March 2024, Minister of Youth, Sport and Art, Elvis Nkandu, launched the National Youth Day. The ministry has designed the Youth Day celebration to take place over a period of 7 days. This year's theme is Zambia at 60, Be the Change.
And by the theme Zambia at 60, hashtag Be the Change, I think youth should be able to develop their skills and be able to use their abilities in society and help the world.
Namakao Kayombo, reporting for Zanis in Mungu, Western Province.
And now in agriculture news, Chief Government Spokesperson Cornelius Moitwa has assured that the country is food secure and there is no need for panic buying of maize. Mr. Moitwa, who is also Minister of Information and Media, was speaking during a fact-finding mission on the state of the drought and maize stocks in Southern Province. Detail in this report.
Chief Government Spokesperson Cornelius Moitwa is on the ground on a fact-finding mission to ascertain the drought situation and check on the maize stock level in the storage sheds in Southern Province. Mr. Moitwa assured the nation on the state of the maize situation.
We still have of drought when we are not going to harvest, so that we are going to put in place sufficient mechanisms that no one should starve. This maize is from last year's harvest. And here at the FRA sheds in Kalomo, we have just been taught there are more than 19,000 metric tons of this maize. It's here. In the Southern Province, we have more than 47,000 produced and now bought and stocked by FRA.
Meanwhile, the minister also toured the FRA sheds in Choma.
Right now we are sitting on 260,616 bags, which translates to 13,076 metric tons. So in this shed where we are, we have 2023 stock, which is 90,720 bags, and the other number of bags are in other sheds.
I would like to invite colleagues in the opposition, Mr. Kalaba, Mr. Emmanuel Mwamba, and others who have been, claiming that government has sold all the maize, that they should come and see for themselves that the maize is here, is intact, as you can see, from the way it was packed last year, still intact, so that they should stop misinforming the nation.
I want to thank the President for allowing us for allowing this program of community maize sale, because it allows our people to access this maize locally.
Mr. Moitwa, who earlier called on Kalomo District Commissioner, toured the Food Reserve Agency sheds, visited the affected farmer, and Zambia National Collectional Facility farm.
For you to ask for further capitalization in terms of irrigation equipment, I think you are making the right call, because you are the targeted institutions of government.
Southern Province Provincial Agriculture Coordinator, Karomo District Commissioner, and Food Reserve Agency Provincial Marketing Officer briefed the minister on the situation.
61,000 hectares of land which was plowed for maize, which has been affected, and that translates to about 280,000 farmers, 82,000 somewhere, farmers that have been affected through this drought.
So ba minister mbuli mwali bonena gale twaligulomba guti mutugwa hego iziberesho mbuli bagana irrigation kamba twaba irrigation amapopo ndali chisimebolo chiguju cha sola ndakahutula 2 hectares.
Dundu Mweze and Kalomo Central MPs had this to say.
You can see all the sheds, they are full here, and this is what we need to assure the nation. Like the President said, no one will die out of hunger.
Honorable Minister, what we are requesting as a district is probably to increase the community sales. They are not enough.
Gifty Banji, Zanis in Kalomo, Southern Province.
Thank you, Gifty Banji, for that report. Now, in Central Province, Chief Shaivila of Mukushi District has appealed to government to prioritize the sale of maize from the Food Reserve Agency FRA to local people following the declaration of the drought in the country as a national disaster. Details in this report.
Due to influence of El Nino on the 2023-2024 rainy season, Central Province has lost over 200,000 hectares from 289,000 hectares planted maize crops. And with President Hakainde Hichilema declaring the drought as a national disaster, Chief Shaibila of the Lala and Swaka people of Central Province has asked government to prioritize the selling of maize from the Food Reserve Agency FRA to local people, unlike selling it to brewers.
Permanent secretary ndelo mbako ifo tunga titaregulate ubwalwa pantu inonstesi akuja tukoite fini ini oloni distribution ya matabanga ya isa abantu balefwayo okulya tuwachesha go kutwala mataba kuba kumbobwalwa lekenya abantu baliye.
Chief Shaibila has also cautioned his subjects against exchanging the little maize they have with beer.
Eko no kuya mukunuina pantu nga wa mukunuina ole isange nsara kungandeko ili.
Meanwhile, Mukushi District Commissioner Jonathan Kapungwe says the declaration of the dry spell as a national disaster has been done in the interest of the Zambian citizens.
Ubuteko bwalanga ifyo bulefwaya ukutangata abantu babo.
Daniel Billy for Zanis News in Mukushi District.
While still on agriculture news, a 33-year-old farmer of Katete district in Eastern Province is supplementing government's effort by creating employment for the local people. Now, Henry Moyo of Chizam Farms manages a family farm of over 100 hectares and employs about 300 seasonal and 8 permanent workers. Here is a report.
As the country commemorates Youth Week being held under the theme, Zambia at 60, be the change. This 33-year-old farmer is being the change by creating employment for communities surrounding the farm.
At the moment, we have 8 permanent workers, but we do have seasonal workers, these workers who come daily. I would say we normally have people maybe close to 300 in a year coming from different places and villages. We do because we have a record book. I think per year, average we produce about 80 tons at the moment. Yeah, looking at the state, the way the trees are and the things that we do lacking, average we produce about 80 tons per year.
Managing a 111 hectares of land, Mr. Moyo has plans of expanding the production capacity of the farm.
So I would say we would want to expand the main thing to make this estate valuable and for the community to benefit from this.
And speaking during the tour of the estate, Katete District Administrative Officer Paul Ngongolo urged the youth to take up farming.
I want to encourage you that government is alive to what you people are doing, and we are yet to see how we can help boost your business and also show other people what you are doing.
When you observe the people that are running this facility, they are youths, they are young people. So we want to appeal even to the youths of this country to say they can do a lot in terms of agriculture. Not only to go out and look for white-collar jobs in town and seated in an office somewhere, but just out of the land, they can be able to produce a lot and be able to make even much more money than those that are actually working in offices and white-collar jobs.
Hope Walia, Katete District, Eastern Province.
We now get to health news. Chililabombo Mayor Lucky Sichone has commended government for completing phase 1 of Chililabombo District Hospital. Mr. Sichone says the completion of the hospital demonstrates the government's desire to improve healthcare services in the district. Let us get the details.
The completion of the Chililabombo District Hospital has cheered the local leadership as it will help the people here to have access to quality healthcare services. Chililabombo Mayor Lucky Sichone is happy that the construction of this hospital is an answer to the plea of the people who have lived without a major hospital in the district.
Of the new hospital, which will be called Chililabombo General Hospital, we are so delighted, and our residents cannot wait for it to be in operation, to be open to the public for them to use. Just for your information, it was used like a month ago or two when we were attending to cholera patients. It was also used temporarily as a center to attend to cholera patients. So we are already getting there to start using it fully to our residents for them to start accessing health services there. But all in all, our residents are very, very excited. We know that it will not only benefit our residents, it will benefit the citizens at large.
Chililabombo District Health Director, Dr. Francis Kaputula, notes that when this hospital will be fully operational, it will have specialists and reduce on the referrals of the patients to Nchanga North Hospital in Chingola.
District Hospital, I think the first phase is done, but as at now, there are specialized clinics which are operating from there, like the eye clinic, dental clinic, physio. They are currently operating from there, but I think the rest of the outpatient department will be operational before the end of this month. I think the building is done, pharmacy is ready, fully stocked with drugs, furnitures I think we are bought. So the only thing which are remaining are minor things which I think will be able to be done maybe this week or next week, so that I think after next week we'll be ready to open the facility because it's ready to be operated.
The completion of the phase 1 of this hospital will indeed answer to the health needs of the residents. Tovini Ngombe, Zanis, Chililabombo.
Well, finally, in the news, the rehabilitated Luapula Provincial Administration Office block has been handed over to government. The government offices have been rehabilitated at a cost of over 1.3 million kwacha. Godfrey Chikumbi gives us the details.
This is the first time that the Luapula Provincial Administration Office block has been rehabilitated at full scale since 1954. Flanked by its permanent secretary, Maiti Mumba, Luapula Province Minister Njava Simtoe led senior provincial heads of government departments in touring the newly rehabbed offices. The minister officially opened the doors to the new offices after receiving the key from JKMM General Dealers, a local contractor based in Mansa. The contractor has been commended for the job well done.
I would like to appeal to the other local contractors to emulate JKMM on his outstanding works.
The minister says the rehabilitation works follow President Hakainde Hichilema's pronouncement that all government structures be rehabilitated countrywide.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank our Republican President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, on the pronouncement to rehabilitate all government infrastructure countrywide to create a conducive working environment in public sector for improved service delivery.
The permanent secretary is equally happy with the works by the contractor.
May I simply say thank you to the contractor for a job well done. Thank you to all the heads of departments that were involved in ensuring that the works were executed according to what His Excellency the President has been talking about, timely delivery of the project, quality, and also cost effectiveness of the entire process.
And after having a feel of the new office, Mr. Simtoe, who has been in a temporary office since his appointment, has now taken up his official working space. For Zanis TV, Godfrey Chikumbi reporting in Mansa.
Thank you for that report, and that brings us to the end of the news this afternoon. We look at the headlines once again. Land secured for Mazabuka Youth Skills Center. Mwinilunga CDF beneficiary extols government. And FRA urged to prioritize maize sales to local people. Now, on behalf of the entire powerful news production crew at Zanis, thank you so much for joining us. It has been Margaret Kangwa and all the youths. Happy Youth Day. Do get to catch us for the main news at 20 hours.